Welcome back to Everything But the Bottle podcast. You're here with Master Distiller Robert Ben Tarabello of Tarabello Distillery, CEO of TTBmath.com, the liquor software that you need for your winery, brewery, and distillery. This is a quick morning briefing, as you see, on the latest news in the industry. And it's in one word, a harsh word. Bankruptcies. Why is there so many bankruptcies in the industry? It may sound shocking. You might attribute it to many different causes. Hey, liquor's down, gummies up, Ozempic's up, or a myriad of other factors. One factor that you simply seem to forget, or many seem to forget, is what we call leverage or marketing. See, you go to a French cognac house, you go to a house that makes Calvados, you may not even have heard of them, but they seem to be doing sales just alright. And the reason being is they are focused and they know exactly who they're selling to, and come what may, they are selling to the same clients over and over and over, building up a slow and steady base. With some of the houses being 230 years old, they don't seem to be having any problem. And the reason being is very simple. They're not pushing a marketing gimmick. They're not desperate for revenue. They know their product. They know it's love. They know the trust. Just to give you a typical story that I always say over. When I started off in the industry as a distiller, I wanted to bring in Calvados to the U.S. and I emailed some of those wonderful, delicious Calvados houses out in France. And the response to them is, not interested. We haven't exported in 3 or 4 generations. We won't export for another 3 or 4 generations. We're happy where we are. Well, if you're Brewdog, yes, you guys out there that have totally decimated the industry with trillions of dollars of free marketing, also known as bankruptcy, and headlining the industry, $2 billion now worth $33 million valuation, screwing over thousands of small-time investors, you sold a dream. But was it a dream of good beer? Was it a dream of really being a hip beer? Or think about it for a second. It was a dream of being a hipster making money. You never had much to do with beer, and you'll see this day in, day out, is that the vehicle for making money was a good beer, not the opposite way. Reminds me of a good beer making money. It reminds me of an analogy. How come Tesla's successful making electric cars, but Ford, GMC, etc. are not? Well, Tesla's a beautiful software that happens to have 4 wheels, which drive. Ford and GM are cars that try to be software. What came first? I don't want to say the chicken or the egg. That is too much of a normal analogy. We need to get back to our roots, the true distillers, the true wineries, the true beer breweries that do it out of love and a passion have been struggling within the industry, as there were all these massive conglomerates or hipster locations, and that brings to mind a distillery down in the U.S., Mountain Owl, I believe is its name. I may be wrong. That was the same way. Heavy marketing, heavy push, and is now in bankruptcy. The reason is, again, the same reason. When you leverage to juice out more money, there is risk involved. But when you do that, the heavy marketing, you crowd out the artists. The year ahead, 2 years ahead, look forward. We're excited. It's going to be an unbelievable time for the craft distillery, brewery, and winery industry, or at least for the craftsmanship that has not shined for a while, due to the fact they couldn't pay for those high-end ads in the New York Times, the Post, etc. Their skill should be able to shine forward. And here at ttbmath.com, we do our best to help our small crafts shine forward. Just think about Airbnb on how the small little host is now able to shine. ttbmath.com, a startup in the alcohol space, is doing just that. Looking forward to having your favorite beer, winery, and distillery not just be a local favorite, but known throughout the world for the top quality that you know is in every one of their bottles. So, if you don't see your friend's product on ttbmath.com, you can tell them. It will save them time and energy so they can just continue doing what they do best. They need TT.